phase one of the trade deal go far enough in your opinion? And what are you going to be talking to the president about moving forward for South Dakota Ag?
I'll be traveling to Washington, D.C. to be present when the president does sign the U.S.-China trade agreement phase one paperwork. The president did ask me to come, and one of the things that I had requested from the White House then was if I could bring a couple of South Dakota farmers with me. So I'm thrilled that we'll have a soybean producer and a pork producer from South Dakota with me on our visit. And this phase one is a big win for South Dakota producers. It has provisions in it that directly open up access and remove tariffs on our ag products. And so that's going to be very beneficial for us in this state, specifically because agriculture is our number one industry, and what we do the best is feed the world. So huge upside to this agreement getting to this point. Now, is everything finalized and negotiated with China? No. There's other elements, other industries, and other negotiations that still need to happen. But this is immediately going to have an effect on giving our producers here in South Dakota more opportunities to market their goods. And I'm excited about that. So while I'm there, I'll also be having other conversations on other issues that are important to South Dakota. I've been talking to the White House about our meth epidemic. When I was in Congress, I worked on opioid funding, and I've been asking them for waivers so that I could utilize some of those funds for our meth problems that we have in South Dakota, be talking to them about IHS. Some of the different provisions, ways that I think that we could be creative in South Dakota to deliver better health care for our Native American tribes. I want to visit with them about the disaster that we had in 2019. A lot of our tribal land is federal responsibility, and so we need help fixing roads and bridges on a lot of our reservations, and so I'll be visiting with them about appropriating dollars to those priorities going forward. So that's the one thing, is that in South Dakota, while we're a very independent state and while we balance our budget and make wise decisions, we do have a federal land presence in our state, and that is one of the reasons why it's important to make sure that we're having these conversations with the White House and with those in the administration.